Okay, so simple tip and hack when it comes to performance management. Most people, and certainly I've made this mistake, is get to the half year or get to the end of the year and you're realising you're having to write reports on 5 or 6 staff, and you start thinking about what that person's done, and you literally think of the very start of the year or you think of the last week. And what's happened for the previous 6 months or 12 months, there's some huge gaps. So one of my bosses showed me how to do this, and I just do it in hard copy. So you can do it online, you can do it in an Excel spreadsheet, but literally just creating 10 minutes on a Friday afternoon. And I've scheduled that into my diary as just a big chunk of time. I've created a little box there and it's got the names of my team members in it. And I just take 10 minutes at the end of the week to go, what is it that I saw they did this week that I loved, and what is it that I thought maybe they needed to work on? And just writing some short notes. So we might have been in the same meeting, they might have put a proposal together, there's a report they need to fill out, and I'll just write that stuff down with, and if need be, a rating out of 10. So that might be an 8 or a 9 out of 10. Or, oh, that needed some work. If there's something that needed work, then I'm setting myself up very early next week to have a short conversation. But what I'm aiming to do is at the end of each week, if I get to December, I can flick back through all the pages and see week by week what's the stuff that stood out. It only takes 10 minutes, but having been caught out cutting and pasting reports across people that I couldn't really think of anything they'd done for 3 months, this was a godsend. The other thing it allowed me to do was, if I couldn't think of anything for that week, so we hadn't caught up, they'd been on leave, or I'd been away, or just in different places, then it focused my attention on spending some time with them next week, so that I could, whether we caught up for a coffee or whether we were in a meeting together, but I was actually paying attention to that person, so that by the end of the week, I had something to write about. It's not perfect. It doesn't mean I'm going to have pages and pages of notes, but what I should end up with is at least every second week, I've got something about someone, what they've done, how they've done it. So when I get to the performance appraisal at the end of the year, I've got a whole bunch of data and detail that says how I thought they were going, and probably conversations I've had along the way, so that I can write that report. It means that you come in really prepared, you look like you've been paying attention, and the person who's receiving it feels like you've actually put in some effort, which for me, when it comes to those types of reports, they're about development, and you want people to feel like you're thinking about their development the whole time. So that simple 10 minutes at the end of the week, I was so glad that Chris Way, my boss, suggested that, because it's been a godsend when I've had to work with 3 or 4 people in my team at a time.